I didn't always live a healthy lifestyle. In fact, there was a time when I barely thought about what I was eating or how little I was moving. But somewhere along the line, something kicked. So this is just the story of how I got started on my health and fitness journey. Not just to look better, of course, but to feel stronger inside and out. And if you're watching this, maybe you're looking for that change too. So let me take you back to where it all began. Hi there guys, it's Kundi here, Kundai the full name, and I am so happy that you've made your way here. Thank you so much for coming. And tuning in and taking a bit of your time to come on here and hear what I have to say. So I just thought I should come on here and just introduce myself. Obviously, this is the first video that I'm going to post, so I just thought it should be good that you guys know the woman behind the vision, that you guys get to know me and kind of have an idea of what the channel is going to be about, the kind of value I'm going to be offering on here. And guys, please stay tuned for the entire video. I promise it's not okay, let me not promise anything, but even if it's long, please hold on, bear with me, and thank you guys. So I never really considered myself athletic. Sure, I played tennis and hockey in primary school, netball in high school, but that was literally it. I was just your average Jane, nothing competitive, nothing serious. But funny enough, I do remember this thing that me and my sister used to do when we were kids. Would literally run across the lounge and then do a few sit-ups and then call that a workout. And I have no idea where that idea came from, but I think this is just one of the ways where life kind of gives you a hint about where you're headed. So fast forward years later, I was at a youth fellowship at our church, and our pastor was speaking about something along the lines of self-improvement and growth, and that message stayed with me, of course. But when I got home, I was just randomly thinking about it, and I was like, what is the way that I can actually improve or develop myself? And I was like, maybe I should start exercising, and not for any of your usual reasons that people go into it, just as a way of kind of developing myself. I set a few goals, and mostly physical ones, and started watching beginner workout videos on YouTube. And I ended up designing my own simple routine, and that's how it pretty much started. Nothing dramatic, just a quiet decision that changed everything. So I officially started my fitness journey in April of 2018. Back then I couldn't afford gym membership, so I began working out from home. I think I was about in my second year of college, and I would usually train around your 9 p.m.s, just squeezing it in after a long day of classes. And I had one main goal, and that was to lose fat and to tone up. So I searched on YouTube for beginner bodyweight workouts, and I used them to build my own routines. And I was tracking my progress. I think I was doing that through pictures, and I was also monitoring how my clothes started to fit. And after a couple of months, I started to see real changes, and that's when I got hooked. I mean, who wouldn't be? I feel like it's the same thing, universally. So this was just kind of a place where I was feeling like my effort was, the effort that I was putting in was finally showing up on my body. And but as time went on, my goals started to shift. I moved from focusing on just how I looked to what I could do. So that meant that I was setting performance goals, pushing myself and getting stronger. So at this point, not only was I looking better and feeling healthier, but people around me, they were kind of noticing that, hey, girl is doing some work there. And I think that's where the passion was born. It became just more than just a workout, and it literally became part of who I am. Guys, I can tell you for a fact that movement or exercise has truly been one of the greatest gifts in my life. I thank God for it every single day. And yeah, because I see that training my body has not only shaped my physique, but it's literally shaped who I am, and in the most positive ways. It's taught me how to be disciplined, and the discipline that I've built with this lifestyle that I'm creating now spills over to other areas of my life, which I find quite beneficial. And it's helped me become more self-aware and more mentally resilient. I remember a time in 2020 when I lost someone that was very dear to me. It was my very first time of experiencing grief of that level, and I had no idea how to heal, and I had no idea how to face the pain. But I think exercise became the space where I could release it, alongside the love and support of my friends and family. Movement became, my outlet. It was my therapy. And, that's when I really kind of saw that, what I'm doing is literally helping me in more ways than I could have ever imagined. And I think now, navigating life in general, with all the stress and the pressure, I have obviously faced more tough moments, tough seasons of life, and still exercise has remained one of my strongest anchors. I don't want to say has remained my anchor, because obviously I'm a woman of faith, if I can say, so I believe that Christ is my anchor. But I think when I look to other tools that I have managed to use in difficult seasons to help me through, exercise has been that. And yeah, it's helped me process, it's helped me cope, and come out stronger every time. And yeah, it's literally more than just a fitness journey to me. For me, it's a journey of healing, it's a journey of growth, and a journey of grace. And yes, the journey has truly been worthwhile and rewarding. I think there's something powerful about committing to something over time. The joy of starting something new and actually sticking with it. It's so unmatched. And yeah, and it hasn't just been about fitness or health. It's been a process of learning. It's been a process of growing and discovering who I am, because that's what happens when you walk through the highs and lows of any real journey. You don't just change your body, you start to understand yourself on a deeper level. So yeah, guys, with everything that I've shared, my hope is to inspire and remind as many people as I can, as many of you watching, that you can never go wrong by taking better care of yourself. There's so much dysfunction, so much illnesses, even trauma that I believe we can avoid or better navigate when we commit ourselves to healthy habits. And the beautiful thing is you can start anytime, and it's never too late. I know in today's world, fitness and health can feel very overwhelming, with all the information out there. But even so, I think it's a step worth taking. I know that, there's probably some of us out there that are like, I really want to do this, I really want to get into it, but you kind of hesitant or haven't taken the step. But yeah, I think also another thing to remember is that your journey does not have to look like anyone else's. You are your own person, you are an individual, your experiences are unique, your story is unique, so you do not have to feel the pressure of, I have to kind of level up, I have to level up to the crazy, however incredible stories out there. So yeah, I think also just just look into what you naturally gravitate towards. If you're someone that maybe loves dancing, why don't you try Zumba? Why don't you try, I don't know, like dancing class? If you enjoy being outside, why not try running? Why not maybe buy yourself a bicycle and go out for rides? I mean, you know, or you can literally just do it all. Like there's no formula on how you can incorporate movement into your life. You have to look at, you know, the things you like, the things you enjoy. That way you kind of help yourself to commit and be consistent and be disciplined when you do make that lifestyle change. And I think what matters most is that you move your body and nourish it with a balanced and healthy diet. So you can, you know, I think at the end of the day, we have to realize that our bodies are, they literally, what's the word? They give us, you know, a way to actually exist on the earth. So, I mean, if you don't have a body, you know, you literally just a ghost. So, you know, you have to take care of this house that is, you know, housing you in this planet. So yeah, and at the end of the day, we want to enjoy our lives to the fullest. We want to live longer. We want to be able to, you know, see ourselves achieving great things. You know, for those of us that are parents, we want to be able to enjoy our life with our children. You know, we want to see our children grow old. You know, yeah, those kind of beautiful things. So yes, guys, take care of yourself because you are so worth it. Alright guys, and that was my story. I hope you found it informative, interesting, and yeah, I hope you learned something from it. Other than that, I'm excited to have you, and I hope that you have come to stay. So yeah, you can go ahead, you know, and be the first. Yeah, you can go ahead and subscribe, and you know, you can turn on that little bell thingy so that you're notified whenever I post. And yeah, please like and do comment on whatever that you want to see next. So yeah, thank you guys, until the next one, bye. Hi, Sani Bonani, Mogweni, Mamukase, Maserasi.